There was a year when the Muslims were facing severe drought and famine. The rain stopped, crops were limited, and food became scarce. Hunger spread widely, and the Islamic State was on the brink of collapse. The Muslims gathered together and approached the Caliph, pleading for him to find a solution. Suddenly, they were shocked by caravans arriving from all directions, bringing with them food supplies, olive oil, wheat, grains, and all kinds of food you could imagine. It was a vast amount of goods, more than they could ever hope for. It was one of the most powerful acts of aid in history. Merchants, who were stunned by the volume of goods, rushed to find out who the supplier was. They asked, "Who brought all this?" They wanted to buy the goods, as they knew they could sell them for a much higher price. The merchant who brought these supplies replied, "I'm not selling it. I am giving it for the sake of Allah." The merchants were astonished. They offered double the price, then 3 times the price, even 5 times the price, but the merchant refused. "Someone has offered me more than 5 times the price?" They were completely bewildered. "Who would offer more?" they asked. The merchant replied, "Someone offered me 10 times the price, and more if I wish." The merchants were stunned. "Who could offer such a thing?" they asked. The merchant then said, "It is Allah who has given me this offer. I give this entire caravan, with all of its goods, for the sake of Allah, and anyone in this city can come and take what they need for free. No one leaves empty-handed." That night, not a single person in Medina went home without food for themselves, their families, and their loved ones. Every person who needed food took what they required, and no one slept hungry. It was one of the most powerful acts of generosity in history. Who was this merchant? Who is this hero we're talking about? He is none other than our great companion, Uthman ibn Affan. May Allah be pleased with him. Uthman ibn Affan is a man we often overlook, but he was truly one of the greatest of all companions. We may not recognize him as strongly as we recognize Umar ibn al-Khattab for his strength, or Abu Bakr al-Siddiq for his closeness to the Prophet, peace be upon him. But Uthman ibn Affan, may Allah be pleased with him, was an extraordinary man. He worked tirelessly for the sake of Allah, and his legacy still benefits us today. Imagine this. Every time you read a verse of the Quran, there's a reward for Uthman ibn Affan. He is the one who ordered the compilation of the Quran into a single book. Before his time, different companions had different parts of the Quran. Some had the entire Surah al-Baqarah, others had parts of different surahs. But it was Uthman who brought them all together, making the Quran as we have it today, in one complete book. Whenever you read the Quran, the reward is also for Uthman ibn Affan. May Allah be pleased with him. We are truly remiss in not giving him the recognition he deserves. Do you like dates? If you've ever eaten dates, especially during Ramadan or after iftar, there's a chance that the dates you ate came from Uthman ibn Affan's own farm. Yes, one of his greatest acts of charity was to provide dates to the people of Medina. His farm still exists today, and its fruits benefit people, just as they did during his lifetime. Another remarkable act of Uthman ibn Affan was when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the Muslims were in desperate need of water. Medina, as you know, was in the middle of the desert. There were no rivers, no seas. There was a well owned by a Jewish man, and he was charging Muslims to drink from it. The Prophet, peace be upon him, asked him to allow the Muslims to use the well freely, but the man refused. He said, "This well is my only source of income. I can't give it away." Uthman ibn Affan, may Allah be pleased with him, heard about this and immediately bought the well for 35,000 dirhams. That's about $100,000 in today's money. He made the well available to everyone for free. He didn't just buy the well, he also planted 1,500 date palms around it. And today the farm continues to benefit the people, with the dates from that farm still being sold in markets. When you buy dates from certain stores, they may very well come from Uthman ibn Affan's farm. His legacy lives on, and the profits from those dates continue to go to the poor as a continuous charity for him. Uthman ibn Affan's wealth didn't come from nowhere. His father was one of the wealthiest traders in Mecca. Uthman grew up in a wealthy and educated household, where he received a good education and was among the few in Mecca who could read and write. When his father passed away, Uthman took over his business and became one of the richest men in Mecca. But despite his wealth, he never hoarded it for himself. Instead, he used it to help others and to support the Muslim community. When the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, needed funds to prepare an army for the Battle of Tabuk, Uthman ibn Affan didn't hesitate. He donated 940 camels, 60 horses, and 10,000 dinars, which would be worth millions of dollars today. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Uthman will never be harmed by anything he does after this day." Uthman ibn Affan passed the ultimate test of wealth, using it solely for the sake of Allah and His beloved Prophet. His generosity knew no bounds. Brothers and sisters, we are truly falling short in recognizing the greatness of Uthman ibn Affan. His generosity, his contributions, and his legacy continue to benefit us today. We must learn from his example, his selflessness, his love for the community, and his unwavering faith. Let us not forget to help those in need, whether it's through charity, giving what we can, or even donating our time. Uthman ibn Affan shows us the importance of giving for the sake of Allah. Whether it's food, water, or any form of charity, we should always remember to share what we have. I urge myself and all of you to follow his example. Don't forget to give to those in need, whether it's money, clothes, or even a little bit of your time. Every small act of kindness counts, and you can be the reason someone's life becomes a little bit better. May Allah accept our efforts and guide us to follow the example of Uthman ibn Affan and the other great companions of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, please like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel for more stories.